give me 4 rounds of adrenomycin, 20 rounds of chemo, adjuvant chemo, and then you would do surgery and then radiation. And this sounds like overtreatment.
Did you say that? Did you question
I
it?
very much said that to her. My cousin, who was a clinician, who was with me, the both of us were just like, this feels weird.
Yeah.
Don't like it. And then I went to Dana-Farber.
Welcome to the Forward Think Tank podcast, a place of hope, inspiration, and education around holistic health and healing. I'm your host, Jamie Mazza, a holistic health coach, mental health advocate, and dancer. Join me as I share out-of-the-box conversations with integrative doctors, healers, and exceptional forward-thinking individuals thriving on the other side of their health challenges, as well as stories from my own personal healing journey. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome back to the Forward Think Tank. It is a new year, same old me. I am back with some really incredible guests this season, and the first guest episode of 2026 is with a friend of mine who is incredibly knowledgeable. She's a powerhouse. She is a CEO of an incredible company, Culina Health, registered dietitian, Vanessa Risetto. Now, Vanessa and I connected. Honestly, I was a total stranger on the internet who reached out to her, sent her a DM. She's in the wellness space like I am, and I had been following her for a while. She's a really intelligent human being. Her company has totally blown up over the last few years. She pioneers for people to have access to nutrition and registered dietitians, which is incredibly important. I had been following her for a while, and it came up in my feed pretty early on in my diagnosis that she had gone through her own journey being diagnosed with breast cancer. And you know, when you get those gut feelings and you're just like, something in me is telling me to connect with her. I don't know why. Like, we are two people who are total strangers. Maybe we have some common friends, but there's something telling me to reach out to her. Like, hi, like, I saw that you went through your own thing. I'm going through this. I'm trying to navigate, I'm in the health and wellness space and I'm just a little confused, and I just am sending you love and would love to connect with you sometime and hear about your story. And, come to find out, she's a wonderful, kind-hearted, generous with her time human being. And we built a little bit of a relationship through our DMs, and that finally turned into meeting in person over the summer. And, since then, she's just been wonderful to me. I mean, she checks in, we check in on each other. She has come to my house and sat with me, and she's somebody who I just think is really special. She also has a lot of faith, and I think that has really come through and supported me at times when I needed it. Vanessa, I just want to thank you for sitting with me, sharing this experience. Typically you're in the hot seat talking all about nutrition in a lot of the interviews you do. She's been on the Today Show, so I'm sure if you're thinking she's a familiar face, that's probably where you've seen her before quite often. She's all over social media and she's doing some really cool things. And so typically she's talking about her zone of genius, which is nutrition. And she was so willing to be candid talking about her cancer journey. And I realize it's something that isn't comfortable for everybody. Has a powerful personality in the best way. And I think what people will learn from watching this interview is that she wasn't afraid to champion for herself. She wasn't afraid to be her own advocate. She wasn't afraid to ask questions. She wasn't afraid to get second opinions, third opinions, and find the right team to support her. She's also a really down-to-earth person. We did talk about faith and the role that played for her in this journey. We also talked about being a registered dietitian. What types of things did she change in her life? How did she view food differently? And so much more. This conversation is one that I am just so grateful for. Vanessa, I think the absolute world of you. The fact that you took time to do this and have this conversation with me and share this in a space where it can help people hopefully take some insights and take some tools into their tool belt and learn how to apply that to their own healing journey is going to be extremely powerful. So to tell you a little bit about Vanessa, because she does have quite the impressive resume, Vanessa Risetto is a registered dietitian. As mentioned, she's CEO and co-founder of Culina Health, a revolutionary clinical nutrition care company created in 2020. Prior to starting this venture, she served as the director of dietetic internships at NYU, where she led the clinical nutrition treatment for a diverse patient population and mentored early career dietitians, many of whom now work at Culina Health. Before changing careers and becoming an RD, Vanessa earned a bachelor's degree in history from Fordham University and a master's degree in marketing from NYU. This girl is a smart cookie and she is a baddie. Today, she seamlessly integrates her passions for business, entrepreneurship, and nutrition as the CEO of Culina Health. Under Vanessa's leadership, Culina Health has raised $13 million in venture funding. Culina Health has become a leaded, trusted care provider for physician referrals, with patient outcomes consistently surpassing industry averages. She also has cultivated an all-female leadership team, which is amazing, who strives to make nutrition care more inclusive and accessible for everyone. A sought-after speaker, Vanessa is a frequent guest on the Today Show and has shared her expertise at investor industry summits such as Rethink, Graham & Walker, and Tensility. Her insights have garnered national press coverages in publications including the New York Times, Bon Appetit, Vogue, Women's Health, Shape, Good Housekeeping, Men's Health, Prevention, Hop Sugar, Well and Good, Refinery 29, Insider, and Allure. Vanessa, you go, girl. Vanessa's accolades extend beyond her entrepreneurial success. Recently honored by Goldman Sachs as one of the most exceptional entrepreneurs in 2023, she has also been recognized by Essence as one of the Black nutritionists who will change the way you think about food, by Birdies as one of the dietitians carving out space for Black people in the nutrition industry, and by NPR as a Black dietitian who wants to close the nutrition gap. Beyond her professional endeavors, Vanessa is known for her love of Doritos, her commitment to her community, and her uncanny ability to remember people's birthdays. So Vanessa, just thank you so much. I feel like with that incredibly impressive bio and resume, I do want to bring you back for a part 2 so we can properly talk about nutrition and your wheelhouse and all things that you're an expert in, because there are so many things happening in the world of nutrition right now that certainly deserve some really thoughtful insights from an industry leader. So thank you for sitting with me. I hope you find this episode insightful. Vanessa is good people. She is kind-hearted. She is funny. She is quirky. She is a no BS type of person and wonderful person that I am blessed to have in my support system. So please give a warm welcome to Vanessa Risetto. Vanessa, welcome to the Forward Think Tank. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Forward Think Tank. I have here an extraordinary woman, the first guest of 2026, the CEO and co-founder of Culina Health, nutrition extraordinaire, registered dietitian, Vanessa Risetto. Vanessa, thank you so much for doing this. I know I've said thank you like 100 times.
Oh my God, thanks for having me.
It is my pleasure, truly. It is my pleasure. I was thinking back to however long ago it was that I reached out to you, just like sent you a DM on Instagram. And you know, when you just feel like, I just had this like gut instinct. I'm like, I've been following you for who knows how long. I don't know you. I don't like, you don't know me, but I saw you post something about your breast cancer journey and it really hit me. I was like, okay, like I'm not alone in being in the wellness space and being faced with something like this. And you have just been this extremely resourceful, kind, caring human being. And, you know, we've only met in person once, but I feel like you make me feel so comfortable. Like,
oh, I'm so glad to hear that. That is good. That means I must also be a good clinician, because that is the feeling that I want people to feel. Like,
yes,
you deserve people to like hold space for you and hear everything that's going on with you, and like all of that is okay. Like meltdown, cry, ask questions, you know, anything. And like people should check on the people that seemingly look like they're doing okay, because usually they're not.
100%. Well, you know, like I said, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being willing to just share openly. I know I didn't send you any questions, and I want this to just be an organic conversation. For people who don't know you, aren't familiar with you, can you tell us a little bit about you? I mean, of course, I'm going to be doing a very beautiful intro about you, but
Sure.
Tell me a little bit about you and tell me about what was going on in your life when you found out about your diagnosis.
Yeah. You know, I'm a registered dietitian by trade. I have 2 kids. Like, you know, I'm just like living my life like a regular mid-40s woman, nothing fancy. And then I had pervasive itching in my left breast for over a year. All my friends are doctors. I had multiple mammograms. Everybody told me that there was nothing there. And I went to a new PCP and I was like, hey, I have this pervasive itching. I'm a clinician. I know that if you're itching and you don't get relief, that could be a sign of something.
Yeah.
And then she asked other questions, right? Like weight loss, this, that. And I was like, none of that, but this is concerning. And she was like, okay, fine. Go get it's time for your mammogram anyway. So like, go get it. My OB had always set me up with a mammogram and ultrasound from the beginning because he was like, well, young women have dense breasts. So a mammogram on its own is never going to do anything. So we always need to do this. And so when I went, they called me back 2 days later and they were like, there's something here. And then they called me back again and they were like, yeah, there might be something, there might not be something. That was in May. You won't be able to do a biopsy until July, which I had HER2 triple positive. So very slow moving, but very aggressive. And I just called my friends and I was like, hi, this person is confused. I need to get in like today. And they were like, yeah. So they got me in, I got my biopsy. It was, Memorial Day weekend. It was the Thursday before Memorial Day. And so this doctor was like, no one's going to call you till Tuesday. I go, no, someone's going to call me tomorrow. And they did. He called me tomorrow. Barry Burson called me the next day. I was like, there's a malignancy here. But he had already called all my doctors. And so he had already made me an appointment. He's like, I don't know who you are, but it seems like people really care about you. I was like, thank goodness. Somebody. And he was really kind. He checks on me. He's a very nice man. And so I went and saw the surgeon. She was great. They did all the testing, did all the things. And then I was on my journey. And so I had to have the surgeries and the chemo and the radiation and all of the things. And that like just brings me here. It was definitely like a punch in the face. Like, I like don't drink alcohol, I exercise every day, eat vegetables twice a day, and I got cancer. And there's not really cancer in my family. Like, there's like devastatingly, like my cousin had Schillinger carcinoma, which is a 0% survival, and she died at like 38, but that's a freak thing. That's not like everybody gets breast cancer kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So it was just like, what am I doing? And then then you think, then you're like, oh, am I a bad person? Did I do something wrong? Did I make someone mad?
Right.
That's that Catholic guilt stuff. You're like, uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Right? So it was very hard. You felt very alone. And I know that people are trying to help you, but everybody has like their pearls of wisdom. And like, I promise it's mostly unhelpful. The words that were coming out of people's mouths.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. And I've heard it all. You're so strong and like, you've got this. It's going to be okay. Like, nobody knows what to say. I've realized nobody knows what to say unless you've been through it or, you've walked alongside somebody very closely, maybe who has gone through it. But yeah, it's a total shock. And as you said, and I'm sure everyone was saying to you, like, you're one of the healthiest people I know. Like, you eat all the right things, you exercise, you don't drink, you don't have any extracurriculars that would maybe lend itself to, this is what's happening in my body. Yeah. I mean, was there a moment where you feel like it really just hit you and you're like, maybe, and I don't know if you're like me, like I kind of go down the rabbit hole. I'm like, ooh, okay, like what could have caused this? Like where in my mind did maybe like something kind of get stirred up? I mean, where did your mind go?
Jamie, literally, I think about how the year after I got married, I would eat regular strawberries with magic shell like every night. I thought it was like so fun. I don't know. I was adulting. I'm 27 years old and I'm like watching 24 on television and I'm eating this and non-organic strawberries, right? Non-organic strawberries in America that we can link the pesticides and they're carcinogenic. So like, did that do that? I don't know. In college, I smoked cigarettes. Like, was that it? So did everyone. It was the 90s. We didn't know anything. So, okay, maybe that was it. Or one time I asked my oncologist, I was like, you think it's the cheeseburger I have every Friday? She was like, maybe not. She's funny. She's a 33 years researcher. She's excellent. I love her. She's wonderful. But she was highlighting that, being like, do not let your brain go there because that is not it, right? Like there is cancer in literally the air. Like the other day I went down a hole, Jamie. I am really good about not having plastic stuff. I don't have plastic Tupperware. I have all ceramic or steel. I'm pretty focused. But then I was looking and I'm like, okay, if this body wash is clean, but the container is plastic,
right?
Is this container okay? I went down a hole. Like, is the stasher bag okay versus the Ziploc bag? Yes, it is. No, that isn't. Right? Yes. Like, even the toothbrush is like, oh, these toothbrushes, they have plastic. And when you die and they do autopsies on people with Alzheimer's, they find 7 grams of plastic in their brain. And I'm like, oh, I'm changing all the toothpaste. Like,
yep.
everyone's like, Vanessa. Really? And I'm like, I don't know. I just want to like know that I didn't leave anything on the table. I know that's so silly, but you know, it's like, I want to help myself the most that I can. So I'm going to just make sure of this. But like, yeah.
I will double tap on that and tell you it is not silly. It's actually a little reassuring. And, you know, maybe it's not the healthiest mindset. I think it's good that we're looking at everything, but I also think we're in this world of so much exposure to so much information. And I also think like every time I open up my phone on Instagram, I'm like, I need to recurate my feed.
Yes.
Everything's like, oh my God, don't do this. You're going to get cancer. Don't eat this. Don't use this utensil. Don't use, you know, this toothpaste, this toothbrush, this blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God.
Jamie, I'm going to redo.
Walk outside and ground because there's, you know, Roundup in the ground. Like what?
I'm going to redo your algorithm for you. I'm going to start tagging you. I only follow middle-aged women who are dressing themselves because I have all the clothes. So I just want someone to give me inspiration. So I screenshot their pictures and then I put the outfits together and it shows me where I have gaps. So I do that. And I only follow people cooking. That is it. I'm like, I do not want to see I'm a 2-time cancer survivor and these are the things that I did. And this is why my cancer recurred. Like, you don't actually know why your cancer recurred. So please don't put this on the internet and sell your ebook. Like, go away.
Yep.
Go away. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It is. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And you're right. People think they're helping you. But you know, when someone's like, don't say that because, you know, maybe you'll bring the cancer back. You're like, yeah,
no,
stay quiet.
That ain't it.
Just be quiet.
I think if I've learned anything, and I feel like I've gone down a rabbit hole of working with all these metabolic doctors and people who are a little bit more integrative and holistic. And while that felt really good for a while, and this is the first time I'm saying this openly, I mean, it felt really good. I felt like I was taken care of. I felt like I had a plan to follow. And then I realized that I was, and still like I'm underweight. This is not helping me. I can't do the fasting all the time. I can't follow the ketogenic diet for an extreme amount of time. That's not healthy. It's not normal. It's not okay.
Yeah.
And like all of my markers still look all right when I'm including more carbohydrates, more things like the therapies, the IV, like it all gets expensive. And I do think, yes, it maybe helped me in the short term, but now it's like, oh my God, I think I just need to live my life. Like maybe that's
oh my God, I love this. I love this. Let's do it. Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's like there's so much noise and it's so confusing. And we are people in the space and you're like, should I chase that down? Should I pay attention to that? Do I need to ask questions about that?
Right.
And like, do I need to fast? Do I need to take this supplement? It's like, no, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get on a plane. I'm going to go to Big Sur. I'm going to stay in the woods for 3 weeks and I'll see you after.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the last scan I had, my first stable and hopefully first of many stable scans, my doctor looked at me and he's like, what have you been doing? I'm like, you really want to know what I've been doing? I just went to France. I ate all the bread, cheese, drank a little bit of wine, like had myself a good time. I've been going into the woods. I've been forest bathing. I've been like hanging out on the beach, like any chance I can get. I've just been enjoying.
Yeah, because it's not just about the longevity and living a long life. And I claim that for you. I know that is in your plan, but like it's about having a long health span, a healthy life, mentally feeling like not like everything isn't heavy, not being afraid to eat something, do something, right? And so that is what you're doing.
Yes. Yes.
Because that is the thing that you can control.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's it. So that's where you're putting your efforts and I am into it.
Amen. Amen, girl. So, okay, being that I know you are, and you said it yourself too, you have a lot of doctor friends, you are very connected. Did you feel, and I think I recall, like when you and I met for the first time and you were sharing a little bit about your experience with me, that you ended up getting multiple opinions. You didn't go with the first team that you talked to.
No.
Can you tell me a little bit?
Yes.
Everyone who's listening.
Yeah, guys, listen, one time in my internship, a smart doctor said, I'm only practicing medicine. That was really like, oh shit. And so basically he's like, I'm on this service and I have seen this many patients and I have done this as the first line of defense. And 90% of the time it works. And in those outlier 10%, I go to the next thing. That is like risky, but like, hey, if they're dead if we don't do it, and maybe they're dead if we do it, then we're just going to go do it. And like, there's that, right? But he's like, but my lens is always like, do no harm. He's like, and then I'll go to the next most like outlandish, crazy thing that we'll like ideate on. And anytime I do that, that's an ego thing because I want to see and try if it works. So when you're like, thanks, that's such a like eye-opening, crazy thing, right? And so, yes, of course, I have an awesome team. I was at Sinai. If anybody's listening, it's Welts and Tiersten always for me. I don't care whoever they tell you. It's always Welts and Tiersten. They're the best. And, I thought, okay, I'll go to Sloan because, like everyone's like, you didn't go to Sloan.
The Mecca, right?
Yeah. And I'm like, guys, I used to discharge patients home from Sloan, and yeah, Sloan is a great place. And honestly, I always said if I got cancer, if a kid of mine had cancer, I would go to Boston. There's, how many hospitals are in Boston? How much research is happening in Boston? If there are 6 people in front of you, 5 of them are students and 4 of them are med students. So let's just go. This stuff is happening here. So first I went to Sloan and they gave me a whole protocol. And actually I thought it was stars aligning universe because the nurse of this particular surgeon used to be a student of mine. So she used to be a dietitian and now she's a nurse. And so I went over there and I'm listening to this doctor and I'm just like, really? You would give me 4 rounds of adrenomycin, 20 rounds of chemo, adjuvant chemo, and then you would do surgery and then radiation? And this sounds like overtreatment.
And did you say that? Did you question
I
it?
very much said that to her.
Yeah.
And my cousin, who is a clinician, is a therapist, but works in a hospital. She was with me and the both of us were just like, feels weird. Don't like it. And then I went to Dana-Farber. My ex-husband, his godfather, had pancreatic cancer and literally was kept alive for years at a Dana-Farber. And I wanted to do a specific treatment. The people at Sinai were like, this is the treatment you can do. And I was like, I'm going to go to the person who created the treatment, who's doing the trials, who's running the tests at Dana-Farber and at Langone, because I want to talk to them. So my ex-Michael's godfather's wife, Linda, so lovely, got me connected to this office at Dana-Farber, the head of breast surgery at Dana-Farber. The office called me. They're like, you can come tomorrow, 9:30. I was like, I will be there. So I got there and that team talked to me for 2.5 hours.
What?
2.5 hours. Like, so that's the thing, guys. Like, I know the health system is broken and but you have insurance and you can ask questions and physicians will talk to you. And when you are curious about something, you look for whoever wrote the papers, did the research, is running the trials. It was their idea, and then see who's connected to them that and then get an intro to them. And then you will get the answers so that you could feel comfortable to move ahead. And so I went and first I met with one of her fellows and he was basically like, this treatment out of Sloan is for someone who's metastatic. And that's not you. That's a treatment we would save for someone who was very sick. You are not very sick. This is terrible. Yeah. And yes, we have to treat you, but we would not do that because that's dangerous. We don't need to do that. So then, Dr. Tulani came in and she was like, I'm the same age as you. If I were you, and she gave me all the stats. Okay. If you do nothing, if you don't do any chemo, nothing like HER2 triple positive, well-researched, if you just take it out, have surgery and nothing else, no tamoxifen, no radiation, nothing, recurrence chance, 15 to 25%. If you do this treatment as we have laid it out, stage 1A, recurrence 2 to 3%.
Wow.
She was like, so where do you want to be in the class? And I was like, yes, girl, I want to be here. And then she was like, okay. She was like, I can treat you because the chemo that I did was every 3 weeks. So longer duration of therapy, but still the same. So she was like, you can come here every 3 weeks. Seemed kind of inconvenient. She was like, you could do it at Langone because I believe that in early stage breast cancer, this treatment for 6 weeks is equivalent to 12 straight weeks of Taxol. And I'm running that trial.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but I don't want to lose my hair. So I don't want to do that. She was like, okay. And spoiler, I did lose my hair, guys. It used to be really awesome. I know it's on my head and it looks good, but it was really great. Oh, and I was like, no, I'm just going to go back to Sinai. She was like, yeah, I know them. They're great. That's a great team. So I get back to Sinai and they're like, you went all the way to Boston? I was like, yeah, man, I was like, girl, I got to ask the questions. They're like, okay, ask your questions. It's all right. We like it. So, which actually is really great because the conversations that I have with my team, which sounds like this is what you do with your team, dialogue. You are allowed to question the team. They are not infallible. They are not God.
That's so true. And you know what? I respect you so much for doing that because I went to my oncologist initially and I was at New York Presbyterian in the beginning. And then I ended up moving over to NYU because I found an incredible surgeon who was like,
you love that guy.
I will take care of you. Like, yes, I'm confident I can do this
crazy surgery, and he did. But I had no idea what I was doing. I was like a deer in the fucking headlights, and I went in there like, kind of, okay, I have questions prepared. I'm so glad you shared all of that. Like, yes, like go to the person who developed the therapy, figure out who's connected to them, and then see who you can talk to. Like, talk to the expert and don't be afraid to ask questions, and don't be afraid to shop around, because I was like, okay, I'm just going to go to this person. This is what you're saying. I mean, in my case, it was a little bit different, right? It was a rare cancer. So I feel like nobody felt confident in what they were talking about. It's kind of just like let's test and see what happens. I'm like,
yeah, but
you're a guinea pig.
When they say that they want to test, but they're also like trying to ideate with you, you can feel comfortable around that. But when they're just like, unsure, that's when you're like, goodbye. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah. Or they're just they have their own agenda. They're just like shoving it down your throat, and they're not willing to be like, okay, this is my experience. If this is what you want to try, this is what the research says, but it's not going to harm you. But I don't know that we can have success, but I'm willing to, like, let's get in the ring and let's try. That's a different thing, right? Like when I've heard about women in recent time, like, oh, like so-and-so is metastatic and now we don't know what to do and we don't know where to go and we're just going to go here at Sloan. And it's like, okay, but wait, my oncologist is like well known for really helping metastatic women. I mean, keeping people alive for 15, 20 years because she's really creative and she knows the research and she's willing to try things and her mindset and talking to her. So you're like, all right, this is a partner. We're going to try. And everybody's eyes are open. That's all you can ask for because, like I said, they're not God. And you're like, hey, I just want to live my life so I can see my kids, have kids. Like, I'm not trying to, I don't need to be a hero. I don't need to win an Oscar. I just want to like see my kids, like, know that they're okay and then move on. Basically. Yeah. Simple stuff.
I mean, and you want to be feeling as good as possible in doing that. So I think the fact that you had that conversation with people at Dana-Farber and you also had somebody, had a family member with you and you were thinking about what they were presenting you at Sloan, it's like, this is not the right protocol. This is too much. It's going to be very toxic. I mean, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad that that was your experience. I don't know that everybody thinks to push back on those things. So the fact that you're sharing this is going to be really insightful for people.
Yeah, people are really afraid to ask questions to people that they perceive are above them. You perceive, because the doctor is the doctor, and so they're very smart, that they know more than you. But a person is a person.
Yeah.
So yes, of course, I know the most about GI nutrition. I know a lot. I did that. That was a service. I know a lot. You can ask me, I can debate you, whatever. I don't know everything.
Right.
Someone's going to say something to me one day that I don't know. That's it. Right. So you gotta humble yourself. You gotta listen to the patient. You have to think about things, to keep reading research, do the right thing for the patient. And also, like, I think it's just so comical. Like, right now I'm doing a lot of stuff with the administration and HHS and MAHA, and it's like so great. And they keep saying Americans should take control of their own health. And I'm like, guys, they don't know how.
Yes.
They need education. Like, please just pay for for expansion of coverage so doctors can spend more time with patients, dietitians, nurses, so then people can understand and get the information. Your doctor can't spend enough time with you, and this is why we have these problems.
Yes. And also your doctor doesn't necessarily know a lot about nutrition.
That's right. Oh, they know nothing. Zero. Less than nothing. Less than it. Yeah. So that part is, but yeah, like think about it. 80% of the things that are wrong with us probably fixed through just like better diet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So on that note, I mean, can we talk a little bit about, I'm sure you were eating really well-rounded, healthy, like, all the things, you're the expert in this. Did you take a step back and evaluate or reevaluate anything with your diet? What type of changes did you make? Was it short-term, long-term? Like, can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to tell you that I was definitely eating like an asshole, but pretending like I wasn't. So that being said, right, is like, well, I have 1 cup of non-starchy vegetable at lunch and dinner and 1 serving of fruit per day. And I basically cook every single meal at home. And so I am doing all the right things. and I'm sneaking cookies at like 9:00 at night or right, like doing those things. So those were the things that, can become pervasive over time. You think that you're not eating a lot, but then in hindsight, right, I got sick and then I got depressed. So then I wasn't eating as much. And then I was like, oh wait, maybe I was eating a lot. Okay. It's like, got it. And seeing like, I wasn't really diversifying my intake. It was really like, oh, okay, for breakfast, I'm going to have like, maybe I'm going to have these eggs or maybe I'm going to have oatmeal. Like this is the same thing all the time. And then I'm going to have this salad for lunch where I put like some chickpeas on it. And then for dinner, because I was so good, breakfast and lunch, whatever happens for dinner happens. There'll be a vegetable, there'll be a starch, but there'll definitely be cookies. Like rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. And maybe like overeating the cookies and not paying attention. And even though you're working out and like just high cortisol, high stress.
Yeah.
And it was bad.
Yep.
And so like when I was diagnosed, I was like 30 pounds heavier. And so actually, Jamie, I do believe that even though I didn't look like I was heavier, I believe that the catalyst for the breast cancer was being overweight. And I say that on purpose because we talk about this in medicine. Breast cancer feels like it's a disease of the overweight or obese. And because of the environment and the food, that is could be a differential for somebody of like 3 to 5 pounds. So the rhetoric out there of like what you eat, just eat and drink whatever you want, whenever you want, it doesn't matter, is bullshit. That's not true. What you eat matters. Portions matter. You can't don't overeat sugar and ultra processed foods because this is where we're going to get in trouble. And ultra processed food is a cashew cheese that's ultra processed, as are, Fritos. So pay attention. Yeah. So those things, that's like real stuff. And that's the stuff that people need to hear, and they need to hear it from experts that they can trust. And that is what dietitians do, right? Like lifestyle, behavior medicine, like that is what we do. We can do that really well, and we can help arm people so that they can have meaningful conversations with their physicians and they can have better outcomes.
Yes.
Full stop.
Yeah.
So when people, you're one of the like maybe third or fourth person that has like reached out to me in this journey that has experienced something. And they're like, you're so nice to me. You're so kind. You're so helpful. You're such a resource. And I'm like, yes, but that's what I do for a living. And so even though people are like, oh, you should put the boundary, whatever. I'm like, no, it gives me so much joy to be able to talk to somebody, cheer them up, give them somebody to talk to. That is no skin off of my back because I am like kind of a super connector. And so I can just be like, oh, here, Jamie, talk to this friend, do this. And that is supportive to you. That is a way for me to be impactful. And I'm not in your house, like making you a stew, right? Like that. Yeah. There are other ways.
Listen, like you said, you are a super connector. I think that's the perfect word. It's a gift. It's an innate personality trait that is who you are. Like, yes, it is also the quality of care you want to provide people as a dietitian, but it's also innate to you. I think that's like a very special quality that maybe not all dietitians have, maybe not all, human beings have. The first thing you said to me when you reached out was like, hey, did you connect with the friend that you, you reached out to me on my birthday and I was like, I'm so sick. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. She knows so many people and my hormones have been in the tank. I was like, who might you know?
Yeah.
And you're just like immediately like, yes, I'm going to connect you with this person. There have been many times where you've already, and in this tiny little piece of life knowing you, where you've willingly connected me with somebody who is helping me like navigate this new life. And I'm really grateful for that.
So, oh my God, it's my pleasure, right? Like it's just to be able to help someone in a meaningful way that does make them feel better. That's awesome, right? Like that's all. You just want people to feel like there's hope, that they are being seen, that somebody cares about them. That is what we all want as human beings. And we don't all get that. And like I said earlier, I'm somebody that handles my shit so people don't check on me. And I'm like, no, check on us because no one's checking on us. Like, no, I can take care of myself and I'm not I'm not wanting you to be like, oh, what's wrong? But like, please ask me how I'm doing.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's funny that you say that because it is often those people that are perceived as strong that it's like, okay, they've got it. They look like they're good and they don't need any help or they don't have bad days. Like, no, we're all human beings and we all have these thoughts, especially in a journey like you and I have experienced where it's just like, it's not all butterflies and rainbows. And just because things may be behind you, that doesn't necessarily leave your mind. So yeah, I'm curious, do you have those people that you reach out to you when you are in need? Or are you that person that's just like, I'm strong, I've got this? And
I'm funny. I don't just reach out to just anyone, because people will make you feel like worse, sort of, in a way. Not that anyone can make you feel some kind of way, but it's like focus on being happy. And you're like, yes, I am focused on being happy. I am so grateful that I am alive. And I'm sad and I'm afraid, or I'm mad that this is taken from me, or that I have to think about this. And all those things can exist at the same time. But yes, there are the tried and true, like my best friend Robin that I met on the first day of high school, and she tapped me on the shoulder and said, do you have a pencil? And I was like, oh my God, what is your family? She has the best family and she has never let me down. So yeah, Robin is always in good for that. And then, I've got these other really great friends. And then I've got this awesome trauma therapist who he's like, we're not processing. We're just, this means this, and this means this, and this means this. And you're like, thank you.
yes,
thank you. Get me out of my own way. Yeah. Yeah. Practicality. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So I keep it kind of tight, but also I do that because I want to retrain my brain. I want to often live in the gratitude space, not denying what my feelings are, but I want to just be there more. And so I do keep it tight. I do redirect, because that helps me. Otherwise, you're going to be just in the loop, living, and it's too much.
I mean, yes, I am internalizing a lot of what you're saying right now. It's a constant choice on what we focus on, right? We can focus on the shit, or we can focus on what we do have. And it's not always easy to do when we're in those moments of a lull, or something happens, or you have to go do a scan and the doubt creeps in.
Yep.
But I'm happy to hear that you have your people. And I'm also happy to hear that you are able to redirect and you have the resources there to support you, because the mental health piece emotional piece on this journey it's so important to tend to.
It's so tough because you are you feel guilt about how you feel tired, you feel mad, you feel, I don't want to feel like this. I used to be really, really good at getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and going to the gym and doing all these tasks. And then I hadn't really been like that in recent time. And so I have been forcing myself. I get up at 5 a.m., I work out, and I'll be on the edge of my bed, Jamie, hysterically crying because I don't want to do it. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. So this is, it is really, it's tough.
Okay.
I have spent a lot of emotional labor, relitigating all of this and all of the things that have happened and all of the things that happened to me and all of the traumas of my life. And the cancer made everything come out and made me process a lot of stuff that I didn't process throughout my whole life. So that makes me very happy because I'm just I'm so busy. I don't have time to keep processing feelings, but okay, fine. And it's a good thing. And then it also helps me as a parent, right? I can work with my kids. Please just say how you feel and let it out. And you don't have to be strong for anything because it's going to come out sideways when you're 45. So just do it now. Do it now when your mother is here to give you all the love and the support. Just do it. Yes. Then we don't have to pay somebody $600 every time you go see them to talk for 50 minutes on the dot. But also, it's okay. It's okay that you cry every single day because you're doing something hard. It's hard. It's hard to face your mortality in some kind of way every day. It's hard. And you kind of live this life you do good things and you treat people with respect and kindness, and then you're just going to get married and have kids and live to be 90 and then die in your sleep. And that's it. No, actually, bad things happen to good people. And you have to be very stable in your faith, in who you are, and not seeking validation outside, or this shit will break you.
Yeah. You just tapped on a word that if you're open to talking about it, I would love to talk a little bit more about your faith. Because you were somebody, and again, I was a stranger on the internet that reached out to you, and I don't know why I felt that feeling. I was like, just do it. And I sent you this message, and then it turned into this beautiful conversation. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so kind. But when you tell me, and I do want to do this with you.
Yeah, we'll do it. We're going to do it this month, in February. Yeah.
That you will go to church, pray with me, you've been thinking about me, saying the rosary. Can you talk to me a little bit about the role that faith has played in this journey, if you're open to doing that?
Yeah. My grandmother was my favorite person. It wasn't even really my grandmother. It was my great aunt and my godmother, but my mother didn't have a relationship with her mom. So this is my grandmother's sister. And I like my parents were like, of course Vanessa lives in the city. She would go to her grandmother's house and we'd have to force her to come home. I was like, as a little kid on the Upper West Side, like living my best life with my grandmother. And we went to church all the time and we said the rosary and I learned about the saints and I learned about the process and I learned this is how we believe and we believe we'll be together again. And you don't have to do anything because God wants you to be happy and God is taking care of it. And you have to believe to lay it at his feet. And if you just lessen trying to control, you will have more peace. That is a very difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
But like I said to you, when I pray the rosary, it's mostly like a meditation for me. It's not like I'm not doing it because I'm going to get something because that's not how it works. But because I do know the stories of the saints and right. So this is the story of Fatima. And when I was a kid, I was really fascinated by it. It was these 3 cousins. One of them lived to be like 101, I think. She only like recently died, but the other 2 kids, it was Spanish flu, they died. And they have re-exhumed their bodies every 5 years and their bodies are completely intact. And this is like well-documented miracle in Portugal by Christians and non-Christians of Mary coming down and giving this information, which is you pray the rosary 5 consecutive Saturdays, the first Saturday, 5 months in a row, and you will have a peaceful death and Mary will remember you and all these things. And I just always think it's just like a nice thing to like pray with people and let people know, like when you say like, I'm praying for you, what a nice selfless thing. This is your time and your focus. And so somebody is sending good to you. I'm not praying because I'm just saying the prayer right. And now we're all going to live magical lives and win the Powerball. It's like, I am in community with you. I believe what you believe. Even if I don't believe what you believe, it doesn't matter. I still want you to know that I have faith that whatever higher power is doing the right things for you. That's very powerful stuff.
It is.
Gives peace to people. Like you go to sleep and you're like, well, you know what? I know Vanessa's ass went to church and she said the rosary at some point today and I was in her prayer. I was. You know that. Like people know. You're like, are you going to church today? I'm like, naturally. They're like, yes, for the intentions. I'm like, you're in my intentions. The intentions I hold in my heart. Some of you are like a running list because you do need Jesus and God. I promise. You know, so it's just like, and then you start, many people are like this. I have a woman on my team and she like posted a rosary and I was like, oh my gosh, this rosary is so beautiful. Every time I have a friend, she goes places, she brings me back a rosary. She's like, this is hilarious. She has them in her bag. I'm like, me too. Because I'm always praying for the people that keep messing with me. She's like, girl, same. I'm like, these rosaries are for your benefit. I'm asking God to take care of you and Mary. That's what I'm doing.
Oh,
but yeah, it's just it's a healing thing. It makes you, it's like, oh, someone is thinking of me. Somebody else cares about me. I am not alone in this. Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
You know, my husband and all of this, I mean, I tell him about you and I have from like the very beginning of us connecting and he's like, I love her. I want to go to church with you guys. I want to pray. Like,
let's do it.
He is very devoted to his faith and he always has been. And it's really cracked me open to a point where I still feel kind of vulnerable. Like I grew up Catholic and I have like a lot of that Catholic guilt. And I'm just like, okay, why is God punishing me right now? But then I'm also like, okay, what is God trying to teach me? Like, what is the lesson in all of this? I don't know. God, like what's going on?
Yeah. It's for you, not to you.
Right. Which is also,
tough. That's tough.
It's hard to wrap my head around because I'm like, okay, yes, there are things that I definitely need to like open up to more. But, regardless, that's like kind of thinking selfishly. I have developed such a different relationship with God in all of this. And I find myself praying so much for everybody around me that I have connected with that's going through similar situations. And it takes this weight off of your shoulders. It takes that responsibility and like that onus off of you. And it's just like, okay, I can give this to something so much bigger than me and know that however it works out, it, I guess, was meant to work that way.
Yeah.
It's really hard to swallow that pill when you think you're doing all the right things, but then you're like, I'm not in control anyways.
Yeah. Control is an illusion. We've done this before, maybe not exactly the same way, but energy is not created or destroyed. We come into contact with people not by accident. You have these feelings like, right? So I believe in all of that. And my goddaughter, it's like, hey, Vanessa, why do I have to do my first Holy Communion? I go, because it makes your Gigi happy and I get out of here. And then her parents are, I'm like, okay. And then so Tessa's going to do her confirmation. And they're like, no, she's not. I go, yes, she is.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we don't want to put energy in. I go, just like you didn't for her communion. It's fine. I'm her godmother. I will take care of this. Goodbye. All of my godchildren, I'm like, let's go. The parents are like, whatever, Vanessa's like on all of this. But it is a nice thing. You have this faith, you believe in this thing, you know that it is important to your family dynamic. Not in a way that is gonna like take anything down, but it's like this is how we can connect. That's really nice. All of my Orthodox Jewish friends, I'm like, this is so amazing. They go to their mother's house every Friday for dinner and they don't touch the phone till Saturday night.
Right?
Okay, I think I'm going to convert because I want my kids to come home every Friday and be home mandatory for 24 hours focused on the family. Yes. What a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. Yes. And I've said that to Nick so many times. I'm like, that is often the problem. You know, it's just him and I right now. Like, we don't have kids yet. And I don't know how that's going to happen, but we're going to get there.
Yeah.
And we are so stuck on our devices, both of us. Like, come on.
I'm going to send you
we just sat and talked.
I bought this brick. Apparently there's this brick that you put to your phone and it shuts your phone down. And if you leave the brick at home, but your phone is at your office, you're not talking to anybody until you get home.
Wow.
Yes. No phone when you're talking or together. I'm making you guys come over for dinner. I'll make you anything you want and you'll play Rummy Cube with my kids. It's intense.
Sounds great.
It's really fun, actually. Like, I mean, my son is like nasty and like he likes to cheat, and like other people come over, they're like, "Whoa, this is." I'm like, I know, but it's such a fun, like wholesome night. Let's do it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Also, I really want to go see your kids play. Like, I know they're into music.
Next Friday and Sunday. Yeah.
Okay, maybe Sunday. I'm going out of town. It's my niece's first birthday, of course. Going upstate, but
it's so fun. Well, don't worry, they'll have one in the spring. So it'll be nicer for us to be like outside and do it. But yeah, that's always a fun time too.
You have really cool kids.
Aw, thanks. They're fun. They're nice.
And they come from having a cool mom.
True. It is true. Oh, so good. This is such a healing conversation. I loved it.
Honestly, like part of me was like, oh my God, I always get a little bit nervous. Like,
you do such a great job on these podcasts. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm like, it's healing. It's healing for me. It's healing hopefully for you, for people listening. You know, it's just like helping people know that they're not alone in this journey. It's the biggest takeaway,
That's it. And like, people want to help you, and listen, we are making so many improvements and advancements in science and medicine and cancer. And so everything is hopeful. And even when you hear somebody's metastatic, it's like, okay, they'll still live a long life, or they'll come out of it. It can be okay. And so that is really exciting as it relates to medicine and all things. And then, we have the internet, and we have access to many different people and like lots of spirituality and goodness. And that's nice. Yeah. People are nice. People are generally good. I believe in them. And they have reached out and shown me lots of kindness. Like, you've shown me lots of kindness. And so it's easy to give it back.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it's interesting how people come into your life when something like this happens, and certain people don't know how to handle it, and that's okay, because I don't know that I would either. Like we were saying in the beginning, like there's never like the right thing to say to somebody, but I have met some of the most incredible humans walking in this journey with me, and it's like, all right, I have so many new friends. I mean, it's hard sometimes to
like accept it.
You're like, that experience with somebody.
Yeah, you're like, wow, I don't really know you, but now here you are, like doing all this stuff for me. Like, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
But you would do it for someone too,
in a heartbeat.
I know you would. Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. It's like, okay, this all tracks.
Yes. Is there anything in your life that you choose to no longer tolerate after going through that experience?
Yeah. I am no longer going to sit in discomfort so that other people can be comfortable.
Ooh, yeah.
That's real.
That is real.
It's easier to just suck it up and say, I'll take the hit. And then what does that do? It just makes you resentful and mad and bitter, and things spill in all different ways. And then nobody has any boundaries, and it's a codependency, and it's not good. If you don't like me, or you can't relate to me, or I don't have value for you unless I am producing or doing whatever, this is not the relationship for us. And I'm not here to make you comfortable. Get out of here.
Yeah. Good on you.
Mm-hmm. How about you? What are you not tolerating anymore?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not tolerating my own bullshit because I used to tell myself, and this is something I'm actively working on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not perfect, but I used to tell myself that, I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough. I didn't know enough. I'm not blah, 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 fill in the blank enough. And I had this idea, I mean, for example, with this podcast for years.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something I put on the back burner. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to get out there. I'm just going to talk and see what happens. I mean, I'm still actively working on this because I've realized I've spent the last year really secluded and in my house a lot and telling myself, okay, I can't get out there. I can't go take that class yet because I'm not as good as I used to be, or like my body's different now. But I'm really working on my self-talk. And it is something that like anytime I'm being an asshole to myself, I really stop myself in my tracks and say,
Good.
Is that true?
Right. Where's the data? Because like this podcast is great. It's very informative. It's very vulnerable. I love that. I'm proud of you for doing it and sharing exactly how you feel. And you are better than good enough. So
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
I love when the roles get reversed and I get the question. I'm like,
yeah,
I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Okay. I have one final question.
Go ahead.
2 minutes, maybe.
Give it to me.
That I ask everybody.
Yeah.
To wrap the conversation. You're on the Forward Think Tank. What is it that keeps you moving forward in this life?
The unknown. You don't know the conversation you're going to have with someone, the lunch you're going to have. You took a left turn by accident and you met up with someone. I think that stuff is so cool. Yeah. So I'm into that. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Exciting. I love that. You truly never know.
You have no idea. No idea. And how everything like links together. It's like fun. I think there's a lot of good stuff.
I love that.
Yeah. So good to see
Vanessa,
you.
Thank you so much. I mean, do you think there's anything we left out of this conversation? I know we could probably talk for hours in different directions, but I think this was
good.
Really good. And I think you offered a lot of insights that I think people are really going to think twice about, and it's going to help them navigate their own journeys.
I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. You're the best. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
Okay. Hugs to you. I'll see you soon.
Hugs to you.
See you later. Bye.
Did you enjoy this episode? If so, I would appreciate you taking a moment to please leave a 5-star review. Every review helps visibility with this episode to reach more people. And I am on a mission to help people learn alternate resources to support themselves in their healing journey on their road to health. So please take a moment to leave a review, leave a comment. I read every single one and I respond back. And of course, the most helpful thing you can do is to share this episode. If you found it helpful, if you found it entertaining, please share it on social media, send it to a friend, a loved one, someone you think could find this helpful. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening, and I will see you soon.